Summer 1974. Memphis simmered under 98-degree heat. Beale Street, the heart of the blues, glowed with neon signs. Music spilling from bar doors, mingling with the scent of barbecue and molten asphalt. Amid the bustling crowd, a 17-year-old girl sat quietly on the sidewalk beside an old piano. Unbeknownst to anyone, a local news crew's camera was capturing a moment that would move millions. A story of compassion, memory, and the enduring power of music. Her name was Sarah Mitchell. In a faded yellow sundress, tattered canvas sneakers, and a simple ponytail, Sarah didn't fit the image of Beale Street's dream-chasing performers. She sat by a Kimball piano from 1952, a handwritten sign reading "For sale, 200美元." But her eyes told a deeper story of loss, pain, and a young heart fighting to save her family. 7 months earlier, her father, James Mitchell, died of a heart attack at 44. A former session musician at Sun Records, he'd played on obscure tracks, breathing the air of rock and roll's pioneers. When session work faded, he taught piano to neighborhood kids for $10 an hour. It wasn't glamorous, but for James, it was a way to share his love of music. Sarah grew up at that piano. Every afternoon, she and her father sat side by side, his hands guiding hers over the keys. Their favorite was "Can't Help Falling in Love." James's voice wasn't polished, but it was warm, full of love. 3 days before his death, Sarah remembered the sunlight streaming through the window, his smile as she hit a tricky chord, and his words, "You'll outshine me, Sarah darling." That piano wasn't just wood and strings, it was her father's heart. Now, Sarah's family faced ruin. Her mother, Dorothy, worked at a fabric store, but $900 a month couldn't support 3 kids and rent. James's life insurance had lapsed 2 years earlier, unpaid during lean times. A week ago, an eviction notice arrived, demanding $600 by September 1st. Dorothy took extra shifts. Sarah babysat nightly. Her brothers collected bottles for pennies. They'd scraped together $400, but needed $200 more. The piano, James's last legacy, was their only hope. Sarah sat there from 10 a.m. under the scorching sun. 4 hours passed. Hundreds walked by, but no one stopped to buy. Some asked questions. Others mocked. "Good luck, kid." Tears stung her eyes, but she bit her lip. Her father had taught her, "Mitchell women are strong. We bend, but we don't break." Yet, she felt herself cracking. At 2:17 p.m., a man appeared, black leather jacket, dark sunglasses. He walked slowly down Beale Street, chasing lost memories. No one knew it was Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, escaping his fame for a moment of solitude. At 39, Elvis had it all: fame, fortune, sold-out Vegas shows. But that day, he was just a man, remembering poverty, eviction, and his mother Gladys's hidden tears in Tupelo. He stopped when he saw Sarah and the piano, not just for the oddity, but for her eyes, mirroring the desperation he'd once known. He approached, his Memphis drawl soft. "Afternoon, young lady. That's a fine piano. You really selling it?" Sarah stood, heart racing with hope. "Yes, sire. It's a Kimball, 1952. In perfect condition. My dad took great care of it." Only $200. Elvis examined the piano. Running his hand over its weathered wood, he sat, opened the key cover, and played an old blues melody. As if Beale Street itself sang through him, a crowd gathered, drawn by the music, unaware of his identity. "Your dad teach you to play?" Elvis asked. His voice gentle as an old friend's. Sarah nodded. Tears welling. "Yes. Sire. He was a piano teacher. He passed 7 months ago. Heart attack." Elvis' eyes softened, seeing her pain. "Why sell his piano? It's a treasure," he said, voice heavy with empathy. Sarah's voice broke, but she held steady. "We need the money. If we don't pay rent, my mom and brothers will lose our home. It's all we have left." Elvis removed his sunglasses, revealing kind blue eyes, crow's feet etched from years of smiles. "I get it, sweetheart," he said. "I grew up in Tupelo. So poor, we had nothing to sell. At 13, we got evicted. My mama cried, thinking I didn't hear. You're fighting for your family. That takes a big heart," Sarah whispered. "Thank you. My dad would be proud." Elvis smiled sadly. "I felt helpless once. Like you now. I swore if I ever made it, I'd never forget that feeling." He stood, pulled out his wallet, and counted 10 $100 bills, $1,000. Sarah shook her head. Stunned. "No, sire. It's only 200. I can't take this." Elvis pressed the money into her hand, closing her fingers around it. "This isn't for the piano. It's for you, your mum, your brother's rent, food, whatever you need." Sarah trembled. "Why? You don't know me." Elvis looked into her eyes. "I don't need to know you to see you're fighting for your family. Keep that piano. It's not just wood and strings. It's your dad. Every lesson, every song you shared. One day, you'll play it and feel him there." Sarah's tears fell. The grief of 7 months breaking free. Elvis handed her a handkerchief, his voice soft cry. "Sweetheart, you've been strong for everyone. It's okay to be sad." Then, a voice in the crowd shouted, "That's Elvis Presley!" Beale Street erupted. Fans surged. Cameras turned. Voices called his name. Elvis shielded Sarah, smiling, "Easy, folks. Just talking to my friend here." Before leaving, he took her hand. Voice firm, "Keep that piano and play every day. Your dad's listening, wanting to hear you." Sarah, dazed, asked, "Are you really Elvis Presley?" He laughed. "Last I checked. But what matters is you and your family will be okay." That night, Sarah returned to their cramped apartment, placing 10 $100 bills on the table. Dorothy froze, then wept as Sarah told the story. "Zara Rose Mitchell," she said, voice trembling. "Your father would be so proud." That night, for the first time in 7 months, Sarah sat at her father's piano. She played "Can't Help Falling in Love." Her fingers stiff, missing notes, but feeling her father's voice in every chord, as if he were singing beside her. 3 days later, the news footage went viral, seen by 12 million. A GoFundMe, started without Sarah's knowledge, raised $3,000 the first day, $25,000 by week's end. The Mitchells escaped eviction. Sarah's brothers got dental care, and Dorothy slept without fear for the first time in months. 2 weeks later, Elvis's attorney called. Quietly, Elvis had set up a $25,000 music scholarship for Sarah piano lessons. Music theory. Anything she needed. No press. No fanfare. Just a legend's silent kindness. Dorothy and Sarah held each other, crying tears of gratitude. That fall, Sarah began professional piano lessons at Memphis College of Music. Her father's piano became her refuge, keeping his memory alive. 6 months later, at her school's talent show, she brought the Kimball on stage. She played Can't Help Falling in Love, her voice wavering at first, then soaring. The auditorium roared with applause for 5 minutes. A viewer's recording aired on local TV, reaching Elvis. In his fan club newsletter, he wrote, "Saw Sarah Mitchell perform. That girl will change the world. Her dad's watching. So proud. So am I." Ep. This story isn't just about a piano or $1,000. It's proof that one act of kindness can light up the darkest days, that music can heal the deepest wounds, and that sometimes a stranger brings hope when all seems lost. If this moved you, share it with someone who needs to believe in goodness. Have you been touched by unexpected kindness? Tell us below.